why do I call him Dot? Whoever's base. There we go. To go harass that expansion. So he got a peon. I don't know. I think he only got one from the looks of the corpses, and he's like really taking down that expansion self. Like Pant3ra is going to need to start repairing that right away. Therefore, not giving Pant3ra that gold advantage he definitely needs against undead, because orcs definitely need to expand, especially against fiends. Against ghouls too is needed. So Pant3ra definitely needs to expand, and right now, instead of him collecting all this gold, he's wasting gold repairing this expansion, which is really bad. It's you know, he could be gaining so much gold right now, and it's definitely something he's going to need to do. So with him noticing Pant3ra going to the expansion to save his expansion, killing off 2 ghouls, 240 gold, Pighead thinks, you know, how am I going to be able to make up this gold? So he goes in there, kills a burrow. He's going to kill a second one, so burrow's 165 gold. I forget the exact, so yep, shut up. And yep, so he took out 2 burrows. Now right here should have just TP'd out right away, because obviously you're not going to be able to fight this. And I'm not sure if he was thinking that he'd get destroyer form because he's researching it right now. If he's thinking he'd get destroyer form in time or something, and then he looked back and noticed, oh, it's not quite done. So I don't know if that's why he hesitated to TP, or just if he wasn't thinking. But he should have TP'd out a little sooner. So yeah, and I don't know. That was kind of a fair trade-off if you think about him going to kill off the 2 ghouls, and then him going in there to kill off 2 burrows, and then the undead, being forced to TP out. It doesn't really matter because his TP is 350 gold, and I bet it cost the orc a lot more than 350 gold to repair that expansion, build more peons in it, and not be able to use that expansion during that whole battle they had. So, you know, it's good for the orc, or for the undead, because that orc's expansion was delayed a lot, and who doesn't even have really the gold that is needed now to counter the destroyers. And now Pighead has destroyers out, so it's time to go hit again. Now right here, you definitely want to be focusing those grunts with the destroyers, because they kill them super fast. And yep, DK gets into a surround, but that's fine because he's at a fountain of health. He can do that because he's Pighead. And okay, so destroyers shouldn't be focusing the Farseer right now, in my opinion. He could be focusing grunts and raiders, and he decides to TP out right away, not taking any more chances, even though he could have waited a little longer because the TC Stomp's cooldown wasn't quite done yet, because he just pulled off a Stomp. Just better to be safe than sorry sometimes. And like in this battle, it definitely, even though if his DK did die, he still definitely would get out, because the orc doesn't have any raiders left because he focused them all. And so that's not good. If you look at the orc space right now, he's starting to get out a couple bat riders. Now later on, this is where I'll tell you guys some stuff about groupings and stuff, and having your fiends in a separate group against certain matchups is definitely a good idea. And by the way, that was really good of Pighead coming back and ended up taking those 2 grunts thanks to Coil, and thanks to that creep that stunned him. So anyways, I'll tell you about that later on when his mistake happens. Alright, so he has destroyers. He has 3 destroyers. He has some fiends going. So pretty much that basically gives him reign over this expansion, and he's going to be able to take it out. Now this is bad right here. What just happened with the destroyers. And you usually want to keep your destroyers back where he's keeping them, which is fine. Keep like 3 or 4 fiends by the lich, like a little to the side of it. And see, there goes. Oh, so stupid. Why? Look at all those bats just completely. Oh, man, That's what fiends are for. That's what web is for. And I know he has web. I'm pretty sure. If he doesn't, he's stupid and he needs to get it. It's only like not that much gold. I forget because I don't feel like thinking. But anyways, alright, it's 100 gold, I believe. Anyhow, it's definitely worth it. 50 to 100 gold. I forgot what upgrade. Yeah. Anyways, nonetheless, still he needs to. Even though he nuked the Farseer and that's good and everything, he could have saved so many destroyers. He could have saved all his destroyers if he just kept those fiends right by his lich and kept them in a separate group along with group 1 or whatever group he keeps in. I know most people keep their main army in group 1 and just pressed group 2 or group 3, whatever one you prefer, and press W and just spam W all over the damn Bat Riders, and then they'd be all web. That'd be a waste of who wears money, and that'd be a lot of money for Pighead. Or that'd be a big advantage. He'd be getting so much. He'd be getting all this experience. His Death Knight would probably be level 6, and his Lich would be close to level 6 from all those Bat Riders. And also, and then when he engaged in that battle with the Raiders and Grunts, he would have had Destroyers, and then that would have been a good game right there. That definitely, I mean, it's already game, and it's going to end right here, but it still doesn't matter. Like, you know, there's, like, people can find so many ways to pull the game out of their ass. You know, you don't want to chance that. You don't want to chance 3 Destroyers especially. That's, like, really important for versing Orc. And he just basically let that go and let 3 Destroyers die, which at this point of the game it probably doesn't matter as much because he pretty much, the Orc doesn't have an expansion. Pighead has some some Destroyers coming. However, the Bats are here, and you're gonna see in a sec those Bats are gonna own the Destroyers again. The least he could do is like coil his own damn Destroyers, but I don't know. Cries. Anyhow. So, just focusing down them Grunts. And he's putting the goos on the woo. And it's good. And it's pretty much over right now. So, yeah, this is where he should be saying GG. I know I'm looking at the replay bar and it doesn't say it's quite over, but oh, okay, yeah. The last part, he ends up focusing the Lich, and he just keeps spamming coil on it, which is not that smart, but okay. So, anyways, just some things to go over the game that we watched. My opinion that he could have hit the Orc a little bit earlier. Maybe if you could get 2 Fiend Tech going. I know I've seen that. I've seen a 2 Fiend Tech before. So if you could get 2 Fiend Tech, so you could get your Lich out a little bit earlier, and try to get there a little before the Raider and Snare, that'd be good. I know definitely on like maps like Turtle Rock where you're really close to the enemy, like you could go 3 Fiend Tech and end up pulling, hitting like the Orc and taking out those burrows right away without the Orc getting in Snare in time. And yeah, on bigger maps, I don't know. On bigger maps, like it'd be better to try to get your tech on faster, because so you could hit the Orc a little earlier, so he doesn't have it snare, and then you can take out some burrows. That's always good. If you could, like, I don't know, even if you could hit before the Lich. Like I remember seeing Lucifer. Who dat where is a suck lag, good game. Okay, so I remember seeing Lucifer. I think he hit a grabby one time before his Lich came out and took out like 2 burrows, which really slowed him because his TC was already coming out. So sure, that didn't cancel the TC because the Orc obviously attacks faster than the undead, but he hit before the bestiary came up, or yeah, it was before it came up, or like while it was coming up, or while it was up, but it was researching in snare, so he didn't have any raiders out. He's like researching in snare first, I don't know why. So when he took out like 2 burrows, Grubby couldn't get any raiders, and so if you don't have raiders and the undead has burrow with their fiends, that seals it for you right there. The undead could just keep pressuring you and keep focusing, constructing burrows, keep focusing burrows, and whenever you bring your army out, all you have to do is coil Nova the grunts and focus them down, and they die like flies to focus fire. And by the time the grunts get to your fiends, all you have to do is, if it does get to a fiend, just burrow it once it gets around the yellow, and you're good to go. So, I don't know. I'm not saying he could have won the game like right away, just from hitting before his Lich came out, but it definitely would have put the Orc at a big disadvantage, and just would have put him at a big one. So, even though he won the game, that's some ways to improve while you're doing Fiends, and think about that. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is Pant3ra signing out. Good game.